Hello, Savannah. Welcome to Sav Social 912. This is a podcast and events page geared towards highlighting fun and trending events happening in the downtown Savannah area. Just to clarify, I will not be covering every single event happening in Savannah, but there are resources like the Savannah Master Calendar or the Visit Savannah website where you can learn a lot more about things in the surrounding areas. I'm your host, Missy, and I'm just going to be focusing on the downtown historic district. I may do some events that are over by like Forsyth and Starland, but I'm really going to try to concentrate on what's happening downtown. So whether you are a longtime local or if you're just coming to Savannah to visit for the weekend, this is hopefully a podcast and events page that will streamline the process of finding cool and fun things to do while you're in town. So to kick things off, I think I want to clarify there are a few activities, I guess I should say, that happen downtown every week. So on Mondays, there's bingo at Mood Rights, which starts at 8 p.m., which is always a good time. And the crowd there always just has such a fun, cool vibe. And then on Mondays at 7 downtown at Totally Awesome Bar, they actually have free pool where the staff comes and opens up the pool tables. So you get to play unlimited free pool from 7 to 9 and enjoy some really good drinks. And the staff is always amazing. They also have a silent disco. So you just give the DJ your driver's license and they give you a pair of headphones. So it's kind of a fun vibe when you can be socializing and playing pool, but then you see everybody's listening to like a certain color station. It's definitely a fun experience. I'd recommend whether you're visiting or local. So then another thing I like to do on Tuesdays is Mellow Mushroom does trivia from 7 p.m. to 9 o'clock. And they have a gift card for first, second, and third place. I would say get there a little bit early just so you can get a table. It's always good to have a big group because the questions are a variety of topics. And it gets a little competitive, but it's fun. There's some returning teams that you always seem to run into. So that covers Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I would say they have a duck pin bowling league at Mood Rights that I would recommend going to. That's kind of like one of the activities they're known for over there. They have a really cute duck pin set up. So I think they have like a long-standing competition over the course of a couple weeks. But if you're moving to Savannah and want to make new friends and socialize, I'd say that's a good hub for that. So now I'm going to get to the meat of our episode, which is events that are happening this week. I'm going to start with Thursday, March 20th. Everybody's still kind of recovering from the St. Patrick's Day festivities. That was like a long 4 days of just straight partying and celebrating. And you would think that Savannah is going to stop, but really St. Patrick's Day is what kicks off our entire social season. So the first event that I'm going to pitch to you guys is the Mint to Give networking event. It's networking with a purpose. It's hosted by the Mint to Be Mojito Bar. And the proceeds from this event are going to benefit the Employability nonprofit organization. They're dedicated to preparing people with intellectual and developmental disabilities for the workforce. So they do everything from helping them find job prospects, preparing them for the interview, and just helping to make sure that they're set up for success to begin their careers and their lifelong journey in the workforce. So I know I really enjoy socializing and networking, but being able to give back is one of my favorite ways to pass my time. So if you do pop by the Mint to Be benefit, you can actually walk over to Broughton Street, where Sea Love Savannah Candle Bar is going to be hosting their third Thursday Fine Art Show. So this month they're featuring artist Laura Till Barton. She specializes in mostly oil paintings about like botanical and coastal themes. Her work is actually really beautiful. They have a whole gallery where they will put up her artwork for the next month until the next event where they have a new featured artist, but you get to have a meet and greet. There's complimentary drinks, and you can also make a candle. They have over 100 scents. So they're a really cool and fun bar. Well, not even bar. They're a shop that has a bar, and they're a candle bar. So they're just a really refreshing way to spend time. Melissa, the owner, is super sweet and really excited to kind of showcase the community and help bring the art scene together in Savannah. So I think that's very special. I will definitely be going to that. And once again, that starts at 6 p.m. and goes till 8. Then if you're hungry after that event, the Emporium is actually doing a wine dinner series. So they're going to have like a select menu, and then they're going to curate wine and be pairing it with the meals. So this is going to be happening every third Thursday for the next 2 months, I believe. And the prices are going to vary just based on the wine selection. But if you're looking for like a place to grab a bite with your friends, or if you have like, if you're going on a date night and looking for kind of a romantic atmosphere, I definitely would recommend the Emporium. And that's going to be in the Perry Lane Hotel. So moving on to Friday, we kind of have an early event happening at 10 a.m. in Chippewa Square. The Ghost Scouts are actually going to be having a ribbon cutting, and they are the newest tour guide group in town. So they're specifically geared towards family-friendly tourism in Savannah. So they're going to have ghost tours. They also have like activities and riddles and just like a family-friendly version of the history of Savannah, and they'll take you all the way from downtown through all the spooky squares into the river. So I just think if you're in town visiting and you brought your kids and family and want to kind of learn about the history and story behind Savannah, this is going to be a brand spanking new way to get around town and keep your kids entertained. So Friday evening, there's actually a More to Laugh About comedy show that's benefiting the Bright Side Foundation. So from 6:30 to 7:30, they're just doing a comedy stand-up show at the Front Porch Improv Studio, which is at 210 West Victory Drive. And the doors are going to open at 5:45, but 100% of the ticket proceeds go to support the Bright Side family advocacy. So tickets are $25. Once again, if it's been a long week and you need a laugh, I would go there because it's for a good cause. And then if you enjoyed that show and still want to go out, if you pop down to Plant Riverside, the JW Marriott has an event space called the District Live, and the band Tropodelic is going to be playing at 8 p.m. I think the tickets are around $25. You can find them on Ticketmaster, but they are a fun, funky, good time. So if you want to, have some drinks and dance with your friends, it's kind of a cool place. The show is kind of early, so you'll be able to catch the downtown happenings over on Congress Street and River Street after. So if you're just kind of looking for a fun pregame, I definitely recommend that. So moving on to Saturday, March 22nd, this was one I was really surprised to see, but Rascal Flatts is playing his Life as a Highway tour at the End Market Arena. So if you are a country music fan, I think you're going to want to get tickets to this. Once again, you can find tickets on Ticketmaster.com, and then the event starts at 7 p.m., but I know that Rascal Flatts was a staple of my childhood, and it would be very cool to see him on his tour. Also, Saturday and Sunday morning, the Lost Square is going to be hosting a Spritz and Hits rooftop brunch. I think this is going to be an ongoing event every weekend where they take their Lost Square rooftop bar and kind of deck it out. They're going to have a DJ, they're going to have different Spritz style cocktails, and then they're going to have mouth-watering, amazing gourmet brunch bites. So if you are looking to kind of start day drinking early, or if you want to have a recovery brunch, I'd actually recommend going there because I think it's a little bit off the beaten path, or people aren't exactly associating them with brunch. So there probably wouldn't be a wait, but reservations are always recommended. So moving on to Saturday and Sunday as well, from 11 to 7 p.m. both days that this upcoming weekend, they're going to have the Punk Flea Market. So this is going to be a little bit away from the historic district. It's at the Ali Shriner Temple, which is at 100 Eisenberg Drive. But it is kind of a cool and fun event. So it's punk themed, and it's a little bit like dark and weird, but they're going to have like vintage clothing. They're going to have weirdo art. They're going to have vinyl records. And then they have, taxidermy and little dark collectibles that I think this could still be a family-friendly event, but I always love like a twist on a theme. So I think it's kind of refreshing to go to a flea market that just isn't what you would see on your normal weekend. So general admission is $10, and then kids get in for free if they're under 12. And then winding down on Sunday the 23rd, there's a Fashion and Flowers painted flower workshop hosted by Sid Nicole. It's actually going to be led by artist Ben Copperwheat. So this is kind of a unique setup where you're kind of custom dipping your flowers in all of these different like meshed paints together. So it kind of gives it like a tie-dye cool, funky aesthetic, which Sid Nicole is like a genius when it comes to floral arrangements. So I'm very interested to see how the final products turn out. And those are going to be $80 a person, but it does include great charcuterie board and cocktails that are complimentary. So I would definitely recommend checking that out, especially if you're done with brunch and you and your friends are looking for like a low-key activity to do. And even if you don't come to her event, I would say her shop is one of the highlights of Eastern Wharf right now. She always has really beautiful clothing and fun home decor. That's definitely worth stopping by, especially if you're kind of touring that new up-and-coming area. We all love Eastern Wharf. And I would actually pop over to the Thompson after. The Rooftop Bar Julian is super pretty. They have amazing cocktails where you can kind of sit and watch the sunset over the river. And it's definitely, if you're visiting Savannah, it's definitely a site I would recommend seeing. So that would kind of conclude my recommendations for this upcoming week and weekend. Don't be fooled, guys. I think kicking into April, there's going to be a lot of fundraiser events, a lot of foodie events, and markets that are coming into town and popping up. So keep an eye out for next week's episode because I'm going to roll into the beginning of April. And then I'm also going to be joined by John Bonus, who is in charge of Live Nation at the JW District Live event venue. And he's going to be walking me through all of the concerts that are coming into town for spring and summer of 2025. So if you're into the music scene in Savannah, you're going to want to catch that. So join me next week. And if you have any events that you're interested in or that you're finding out about and you want to share them with me, feel free to send me a DM or tag me in Savannah Social so that we can tee it up on the roster for next week. And if you're running an event and would like to come on as a guest, feel free to reach out to me too. This is a community-driven podcast and a platform for all. So I'm really excited to continue to share these events with you guys. And I hope you have a fabulous week. Stay social, Savannah.